Welcome to Spartan Stadium. As we are here on Spartan Sports Network on site at Spartan Stadium for today's Section 3 first round matchup, as the Spartans will take possession off the opening face-off. That's currently Welch with it as he heads to the far side of the field. Today's matchup involves the 3-seeded East Syracuse Minoa Spartans as they welcome the 6-seeded Fulton Red Dragons to Spartan Stadium. Spartans currently sit at 10-6 on the season, coming off a senior day win over New Hartford 13-8. Defensively in that game, senior Luke Jades had 8 saves in goal. Offensively, senior Logan Welch had 4 goals in the win. As possession is going to find its way behind X, as Rinaldi will dump it off over to Taylor on the far side wing. The Red Dragons currently sit at 9-7, as Claflin's shot is going to be deflected off the check. And Bryant will go the other way with that one, as that one's going to be thrown back and ultimately recovered on the Red Dragons' turnover by Santillo. The inside feed, that's going to find Claflin out on the skip pass, actually, and that shot's going to be saved by Metcalf Jr. So the Red Dragons currently sit at 9-7. They're coming off a 19-10 win over Oswego in their last game out. Fulton is led offensively by the freshman midfielder Xavier Doherty with 51 goals on the season so far. And in the pipes for Fulton, it's the junior goaltender Walter Metcalf Jr. with 156 saves. That's currently Rinaldi and Welch at it at GLE, as that one's going to get dumped off to Santillo on the near side wing. Last time these two teams meet, it was in Fulton earlier this month, as it resulted in a 19-5 ESM win. Welch had 5 goals for the Spartans in the winning efforts, while Doty had 2 goals in the loss for the Red Dragons. That's Welch with it currently being defended by the long pole Daniels. That shot's going to find the back of the net, and Logan Welch right off the bat gets an early goal. It's now 1-0 Spartans. Winner of this game will head to Baldwinsville High School on Saturday. They will play the 2-seed Watertown Cyclones at 11 a.m. Josh Glanson to the face-off X for the Spartans. Alongside Mainville for the Red Dragons. Ground ball opportunity to start off this face-off. Mainville is going to end up the closest to it. And Bird momentarily had a chance at it. Glanton trying to make a play. And that ground ball is going to be recovered by Carr. That one's going to get checked out of the stick as Welch keeps it in, tosses it back, but he's going to be ruled out of bounds, and possession goes to the Red Dragons. We are in the Class B sectionals bracket. Number 1 seed in the section for Class B schools was West Jenny. Watertown getting the 2 seed as that one is tossed into ESM territory. That was Wakefield trying to make a play. Holiday's in the mix over there, and that ground ball is going to be recovered by Galway. Dumps it over to Welch. Welch being defended by Bryant. The Spartans take the 3 seed in Class B, with CBA taking the 4 seed, Auburn taking the 5 seed, and Fulton rounding out the 8 teams at a 6 seed. Claflin over to Taylor. Taylor over to Santillo. Santillo is going to find its way to Corsi. Corsi to Welch. Welch and Rinaldi at GLE. Rinaldi, Claflin, Taylor. Santillo tries to make a quick dodge to the cage. Will now swim move. He finds the top right corner. It's an early 2-0 ESM lead at the 8:27 mark here in the first quarter. That's Santillo's 35th goal of the year. Now to the face-off X for the Red Dragons is Devendorf. Now it's Thomas Gallery at the face-off X for the Spartans. Mainville will pick up the face-off win. Carr loses his stick, and a flag will be thrown as it's going to be an early man-up opportunity for Fulton. That's Wakefield being defended by Godleski. Wakefield at GLE finds himself near X. Dumps it over to Holiday. Doty. Kahn. Doty's going to get it back. Doty's going to have some space. That one's going to hit off the pipe. And that one's going to head back near the midline. Kahn will take this one off the restart. Doty's got it. Mainville finds Wakefield. He's being defended by Godleski. Doty's got a short pull opportunity with Taylor. Dumps that one over to Summers. Summers being defended by Bird. So out of bounds, it's going to be Wakefield taking this one off the restart. Wakefield dumps that one over to 4. Godleski defending behind GLE. Dumps that one over to Devendorf. Wakefield. That one's going to find some space, but James is there on the doorstep to deny entry. So it's an early save for James, and the Spartans will look to head the other way with this one. Pass up top. That's going to find Corsi as he finds his way back out on the midfield line today. Santillo gets that one on the far side. Gets it to Rinaldi at GLE. Claflin, Taylor. Taylor rolls that one as Santillo comes back on the midfield line. Santillo driving to the cage. He goes low. And it's now 3-0 Spartans. Santillo's got his second goal of the day. And we're at the 5:48 mark here in the first quarter. Gallery and Norton at the face-off X for their respective teams. Norton picks it up, takes a hit, gets back up on his feet. He's now being trailed by Carr. Norton tries to get that one over to Shirtfield. And that will find its way to Greeny. Greeny over to Holiday. Being defended by Galloway right now. Find himself near X. Gets it to Devendorf as he comes back out on the field. Over to Doty. Devendorf dodges the cage. He tries to go low in a bounce top, but that one's going to bounce off the stick of James. Doty will end up recovering the rebound as he settles down the Fulton offense. That's LaPlante with it. Carr defending Doty right now. Short stick D midi Bird currently on LaPlante. That shot's going to be off the mark, and it's going to go out. And Fulton's got two guys back there on the backup. Wakefield will take it off the restart for Fulton. Holiday to 4 to Wakefield. Wakefield to be defended by Galloway. Dumps it off to Devendorf. The inside feed. That finds the back of the net. Fulton gets on the board for the first time today. As it's now 3-1 Spartans. Correction, that was Doty's first of the day. Doty gets his 52nd goal on the season. As now for the first time today, we see Leveroni to the face-off X for ESM. Leveroni picks up and gets the face-off win. Welch has it. He's on the near side wing. Dumps it off to Rinaldi at GLE. That's Daniels and Shirt left. As Santillo comes out on the midfield line. Norton picks up Santillo. Welch is going to get it on the far near side. He's being defended by Bryant. Dumps that one over to Rinaldi. Claflin. Taylor. Santillo. Back to Taylor. Santillo being defended by Shirt left. Shovels it off the Welch. Dumps it off to Corsi. Corsi's going to dodge. We'll end up dumping that one off to Santillo. Santillo takes a screen. Santillo had some space in the shooting lane, but that one's just a little too high above the net. Claflin's back there for the backup. Possession will stay with ESM. We're at the 2:52 mark here in the first quarter. It's a 3-1 ESM lead. Two early goals by Michael Santillo, currently fueling the way for the Spartans. That's Welch with it, as he's being defended by the short stick LaPlante. And Welch with his second goal of the day gets that one by Metcalf Jr. And it's now back to a 3-goal advantage for the Spartans. And it's now 4-1. Mainville heads back to the face-off X for Fulton. Along with Leveroni once again for ESM. That one's possession. Ball is going to find itself into Fulton territory with still a loose ground ball. Rinaldi's in the mix. Welch is in the mix. Leveroni in the mix. Shirt left. Mainville in the mix for Fulton. Mainville will end up recovering the ground ball. And Metcalf Jr. will get it near the cage. That one's dumped over to Barbagallo. Claflin trying to trail check. He'll lose a stick. And we're going to get a whistle blown out on the field. We're going to get a timeout taken on the field So with a minute 57 left here in the first quarter, the Spartans get out to an early 4-1 lead. Welcome back to Spartan Stadium. As out of the timeout, Fulton has possession as the short stick D-midi Caleb Bird is currently defending Kahn on the far side of the field. We bring you today's weather forecast as it's currently 84 degrees and sunny here at Spartan Stadium. As Kahn's feet inside will be counted as a shot, and it's going to find its way to the back of the end line. Godleski. Wakefield tries to get around Godleski. He can't. Flag's going to be thrown on the field as James Corral actually tipped that ball up in the air with a stick as Fulton heads to the man up for the first time today. Doty with it on the far side. Dumps that one off to Wakefield. Doty over to Holiday. Holiday over to Devendorf. Holiday back to Doty. Doty back to Wakefield. Wakefield being defended by Carr. Doty's going to get it. Doty's going to try for a shot. Doty will end up getting his rebound if it's off the stick of James, and it's a trail check by Bonaparte to get that one out of the stick of Kahn. He loaded up to shoot, but Devendorf will cause an ESM turnover. Tedesco in the mix. Doty with it. Spartan still a man down. 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. Wakefield finds Kahn. Devendorf's shot's going to hit off the top of the pole. Doty tries to get a rebound. Tedesco there to break that up. That's going to be Bonaparte pushing that ball to the sideline. Doty ends up getting it. Down to 10 seconds left here in the quarter. Doty with a swim move. Galway lays a check, causes the turnover, and that's going to do it. So after 1 quarter of play here in this first round Class B matchup in Section 3, it's a 4-1 ESM lead. We'll be back with you with second quarter action here on Spartan Sports Network.
You know, I'm a person too.
Welcome back for second quarter action here on Spartan Sports Network. And today's sectional first round as the Syracuse Minnow Spartans take on the Fulton Red Dragons. We'd like to give a huge thank you to our partners, NFHS, Trappers 2 here in Manoa, New York, and United Auto Supply. Glanton wins the face-off to start the second quarter as a flag will be thrown out on the field, and the Spartans will head to the man-up for the first time today. Welch starts it off the restart, over to Claflin. Welch. Santillo. Claflin. Rinaldi. Taylor gets it. The inside feed to Taylor is not going to get there. Rinaldi tries to track it down before it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be an ESM turnover on the man up as Fulton regains possession. Shirt left off the restart for the Red Dragons. Crosses that one over to Daniels. Greeny gets it up field. Fulton in transition a little bit. That's Wakefield. Dumps that one up to LaPlante. That's Kinney over to LaPlante. Back to Wakefield. Kinney shots off the stick of James. That one is going to be a loose ground ball opportunity off the rebound. That one's tossed in the air, and that's going to find itself to the back of the end line as Fulton gets possession. 10:46 remaining here in the second quarter. Doty being defended by Tedesco. Fulton's leading scorer this year scored a goal in the first to get Fulton on the board for the first time tonight. As James off the shot with another save, gets that one up top to Taylor. Claflin. Rinaldi with the fake. Rinaldi with the shot. He finds the back of the net as it's now 5-1 ESM with 10:26 remaining here in the second quarter. That's Gavin Rinaldi's 25th goal of the season. Their scoring recap through a quarter and 2 minutes. Michael Santillo with 2 goals, getting his. As Fulton wins it off the face-off, as Santillo had his 35th and 36th goal of the season in the first quarter, with Welch having his 42nd and 43rd goal. And now Rinaldi notches his 25th goal of the season. Doty added one more. He now bumped up his season tally from 51 to 52, as he has the lone goal for Fulton right now. That's Mainville. Over to Kinney. Kinney being defended by the short stick D. Mitty. Doty's going to get it. Doty's going to get a passing lane. Tedesco tips that one up, but Wakefield gets it off the tip. Mainville's pass intended for Kinney will find its way to the back to the midfield line. Claflin picks up the ground ball, and as Rinaldi gets his second. Claflin off the assist, off the Fulton turnover in transition, and it's now 6-1 ESM. Devendorf and Leveroni at the face-off. As Devendorf picks up that loose ground ball, with Leveroni trailing behind. Devendorf dumps it off to Mainville. Godleski defending, pick set by Holiday. Wakefield trying to get around Godleski. Has a shooting lane. James with another save tonight. He picks up the ground ball and starts heading the other way. James, a bolt of lightning down the sideline. Whistles will be blown. And a timeout on the field. So at the 8:54 mark here in the second quarter, ESM leads 6-1 here in this first round Class B Section 3 championship matchup. And we'll be back with you with the rest of the second quarter action here on Spartan Sports Network. Welcome back out of the timeout. That's Taylor on the far side wing, getting it over to Corsi as Rinaldi's going to get it at X. It's currently a 6-1 ESM lead over Fulton in this first round Section 3 Class B matchup. Winner heads to Beeville High School on Saturday to face the Watertown Cyclones. Welch over to Taylor. Taylor's shot is off the ground, but Corsi and Rinaldi back there for the backup. Santillo being defended by Daniels. Finds its way over to Claflin. Finds its way over to Welch in between the hashes. Taylor. Back off. Welch with some space on the dodge. Gives it up to Claflin. Claflin over to Santillo. Santillo inside feed. Rinaldi's shot. So he tries to go the other way with that one. Corsi back there on the backup. Welch to Santillo. Santillo over to Claflin. Claflin, Taylor, and Rinaldi. Corsi. Welch. Welch is going to go downhill on the dodge. Fakes the feed inside to Taylor. Gives it off to Santillo. Santillo takes the screen. Santillo shot! Finds the back of the net as he goes through the legs of Metcalf as it's now 7-1 ESM off of Santillo's third goal of the day. Gallery back to the face-off X, as he will go up against Devendorf for Fulton. 7:33 remaining here in the second quarter. It's a 6-goal advantage for the Spartans. Gallery tosses that one into Fulton territory. Amadio trying to make a play on it. That one's going to be recovered by Mainville off the wing. Over to Shirt. Shirt left runs down the sideline. He'll dump that one off to Wakefield. That one's over to Holiday. Wakefield. Being defended by the long pole, Godleski. Godleski. Wakefield puts his foot in the ground, makes a move, heads back towards X as he dumps it off to Wakefield. Holiday takes the pick off from Wakefield. Wakefield gets it back. Wakefield dumps it off to Summers. Summers going to find Kinney. That one's going to bounce off the turf as it's an errant pass on Fulton, and it's a Fulton turnover. So James off the restart will look to clear for the Spartans. That one's going to find its way to Amadio. Amadio clears for ESM. Dumps it off to Welch. Whistle's blowing out on the turf. So Welch off the restart on the far side wing, dumps it off to Santillo. Santillo over to Claflin. Claflin over to Rinaldi. Taylor's going to get it at X as he's being defended by Daniels. That one's going to find its way over to the far side with Welch and Corsi. Welch being defended by Bryant. He dumps it off to Santillo. Claflin's going to find it middle of the hashes. Claflin to Rinaldi. Rinaldi to Claflin. Claflin looking into downhill dodge. Claflin shot gets deflected, but it's going to find itself behind into the net as it's now 8-1 ESM with Claflin's first goal of the day. So Devendorf and Gallery back to the face-off X. Gallery tosses that one into ESM territory. Scott on the wing trying to make a play on it. Wakefield recovers, and it's a face-off win for Fulton. Wakefield over to Holiday. Holiday being defended by the long pole Galway. That's Mainfield with it on the far side as Fulton gets their midfield line on. Mainfield dodging, dumps it off to X, to Wakefield. Wakefield over to Holiday. Holiday's inside feed. That's off the stick of James. James with another save as he redirects LaPlante's shot. And Vossler takes it off the restart. Mainville. Back to Wakefield. Wakefield and Holiday at GLE. Holiday being defended by Galway and Tedesco. Tedesco takes the primary as Holiday dumps it off the Wakefield. Wakefield with a step. Wakefield finds the back of the cage as it's now 8-2 Fulton at 4:28 here in the second quarter. That's Landon Wakefield's 34th goal of the day, of the season, and we'll be back with you out of the timeout here on Spartan Sports Network. out of the Landon Wakefield goal. Fulton wins the face-off as Kahn dumps it off to Devendorf on the far side. It's currently 8-2 Spartans. Wakefield's 34th goal of the season cuts the lead down to 6. That's Holiday with it. Over to Doty. Back to Holiday. Mainville with it. Holiday to Devendorf. To Kinney and Doty once again. Skip pass to Devendorf from Kahn. Finds itself to Kinney at GLE. Doty's shot. He decides to go sidearm, but that one's going to be off the mark as Kinney takes it off the restart on the backup. Kinney over to Devendorf. Devendorf over to Kahn. Kahn dumps it off to Kinney at X. Kinney being defended by Godleski currently. Doty. Over to Holiday. Holiday matched up with Galway right now. Mainville tries to get to Kinney. Kinney can't hold on to it. As Fulton's going to get it. And it'll be Doty off the restart. That one's thrown behind GLE. Over to Holiday. Holiday with a move inside. Has a step on Galway. Galway with the trail check. And Devendorf keeps it in. But he can't keep it from going across the 50-yard line. And it's a Fulton turnover. Taylor off the restart. Inside feed, tended for Welch. Welch can't get a hold of that one, but he will pick up the ground ball as Bryant is providing some pressure for the Red Dragons. Welch running up the near sideline. Dumps it over to Claflin in between the hashes. Santillo. Taylor. Taylor being defended by Shirt left. Welch with it. He's going to shoot. The bouncer's off the pipe. Claflin will regain the rebound. Over to Santillo. Claflin. Claflin decides to go downhill. Claflin retains possession and avoids the trail check. Inside feed. Welch. Welch's shot's going to find Twine as it's now 9-2. Spartans off of Welch's hat trick as he's got his third goal today. And now it's two players for the ESM with hat tricks, Santillo and Welch. Glanton back to the face-off X. As there's a minute 38 remaining here in the second quarter. It's a 7-goal advantage for the Spartans. Glanton forces that one into Fulton territory. Norton picks up the ground ball. Glanton trailing Norton momentarily, but Norton clears for Fulton. He dumps that one over to Holiday on the far sideline as Holiday finds himself near X as he starts running to the near side. Dumps it off the Shirt left. Doty's going to get it. He's being defended by Tedesco. Feed on the wing. As the ball will start heading towards midfield. As Fulton tries to keep it in territory. Santillo picks it out. Off the Fulton turnover. Rinaldi. Rinaldi goes through the legs. Rinaldi's got a hat trick as it's now 10-2 Spartans. And that was the third player for the Spartans with a hat trick in this first half already. As Santillo makes an incredible play to cause a Fulton turnover and dumps it off before he gets tripped up in transition. We're down to 43 seconds and some change here in the second quarter. It's currently an 8-goal advantage for ESM. Leveroni wins the face-off. Leveroni, middle of the field. Leveroni gets checked from behind, as it's going to be an ESM turnover, but a flag thrown, and it's going to be a man-up opportunity with 29 seconds remaining here in the second quarter for the Spartans. Welch over to Claflin. Claflin fakes a shot. Welch will wind up from deep as he, from a good 20 yards out, finds the back of the net for his 4th goal of the day. As it's now 11-2 Spartans with 22 seconds remaining here in the second quarter as the Spartans strike on the man up. Devendorf and Leveroni to the face-off X. 22 seconds left. That one's going to be pushed into Spartan territory. Leveroni, Carr, Amadio with Mainfield and Shirtleff in the mix for that ground ball. Mainville corrals it. So it's a face-off win for Fulton. Shirtleff in transition. The bouncer's off the ground. And James is back there. And takes possession for the Spartans. But with a half a second left here in the second quarter, that will do it. So we head into halftime with an 11-2 lead for the Spartans here in the first round of this Class B Section 3 championship bracket here on Spartan Sports Network. We'll be back with you out of the halftime break. Your score, ESM 11, Fulton 2.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
2, 3.
Welcome back at a halftime here at Spartan Stadium, here on Spartan Sports Network, as currently ESM leads Fulton 11-2 in this first round Section 3 Class B championship matchup. We'd like to thank our partners, NFHS, Trappers 2 here in Manoa, New York, and United Auto Supply. Fulton will take the opening face-off to start the second half. Mainville falls to the turf, but gets back up again. He'll dump it over to Greeny. As Fulton and the Spartans get their midfields out on the field. It's currently Holiday with it, being defended by Galway. That's currently Kinney with it, middle of the field. Taylor. The short pull defending Kinney. He's going to dump it off to Doty. Doty's going to get stuck with the long pull. Tedesco. Doty inside move. Tedesco with a trail check causes the ball to come out momentarily as LaPlante gets this one. Over to Summers. LaPlante. The inside feed. That goes right into the stick of James. As Kinney's shot was saved by James, and that's going to be an ESM turnover off the intended pass intended for Godleski. So Khan off the restart. Dumps that one to the back of the cage. That's going to find Doty. Another trail check by Galway. Over to Holiday. Holiday inside move on Galway. Over to Summers, but that's going to be picked off by Taylor. Taylor running in transition. Dumps it off. Welch! Welch over the net, over the cage. And the Spartans will get this one off the restart. Welch currently has possession as he crosses GLE, dumps it off to Santillo. Welch has 4 goals to lead the way so far offensively for the Spartans, but Rinaldi and Santillo also contributing with hat tricks in the first half, with Claflin having 1 goal as well. So far for Fulton, it's been Xavier Doty and Landon Wakefield. Godleski, move on Bryant. That one's going to, that pass intended for Welch. We'll find the net. As Metcalf Jr. tosses that one into ESM territory. Tedesco recovers it, so it's a Fulton turnover. He gets it over to James. As James loses it momentarily, gets it up to Galway, and Galway on the near sideline clears for the Spartans. That's over to Santillo. Santillo on an inside move. Taylor has it. Taylor with a step. Taylor tries to shoot. Picked up by Rinaldi. Rinaldi's got inside leverage. And Rinaldi finds Twine for his 4th goal of the day, as it's now a 10-goal advantage for the Spartans as they leave 12-2. Nine minutes here in the third. Left in the third quarter. Gallery and Devendorf to the face-off X off the Rinaldi goal. Devendorf wins another face-off for Fulton, as Devendorf heads the other way. And Devendorf's pass intended for Holiday is not going to get to him, as that one fell short, and it's a Fulton turnover, with Godleski taking this one off the restart. James over to Galway. Galway up top. Finds Santillo in Fulton territory as ESM clears. Santillo moves inside. He's got a 4th goal of the day as Rinaldi, Welch, and Santillo all have 4 goals in a 13-goal effort so far for the Spartans. Mainfield and Gallery at the face-off X. That one's pushed into Spartan territory. Bird, we're going to get a whistle blown. And it's going to be a face-off violation. It's going to be a violation on Fulton as Bird takes this off the restart. Sure. Bird gets it to had it and momentarily got it to Corsi. Shirt left picks up the turnover. Taylor with the trail check causes the Fulton turnover, and Taylor starts heading the other way in transition. Taylor getting trailed from behind, the inside feed. Rinaldi at the doorstep, but Metcalf scoops that one up as the Spartans headed the man up once again today. Rinaldi off the restart, gets it over to Claflin. Claflin over to Santillo. Welch to the Santillo. Santillo finds Claflin. Taylor with the head fake, gets around. Taylor with a step, dumps it off to Claflin. Santillo winds up. That one's not going to find its way into the back of the net, but Rinaldi will take it on the backup. Rinaldi over to Taylor and Claflin. Claflin over to Santillo. Claflin full out of steam. Claflin shot will be wide off the net. And Rinaldi once again back there for the backup. 7:20 remaining here in the third quarter as the Spartans lead 13-2. Rinaldi over to Taylor. Taylor over to Welch at GLE. Welch finds Santillo. Santillo finds Claflin. Claflin finds Santillo. Santillo tries to make a move inside as he's being defended by Shirt left. He dumps it off to Welch. Welch over to Taylor. Taylor at X being defended by Bryant. Taylor trying to get around. Finds Rinaldi. Rinaldi dumps off Santillo. Santillo winds up. That's off the stick of Metcalf. And Metcalf notches another save tonight. Daniels, tricky situation right there. Metcalf will start the clear for Fulton. Tedesco will pick that one off in the air. Tedesco gets it to Santillo. So the Spartans in transition once again tonight. Rinaldi, inside feed. Corsi gets that one checked from behind. Corsi picks up the ground ball. Corsi through the legs of Metcalf with his first goal of the day. It's now 14-2 Spartans with 6:12 remaining here in the third. Devendorf glance into the face-off X. Glanton trying to get around Devendorf. Loose ground ball opportunity. That's got Shirt left, and Devendorf recovers. Shirt left and Mainville were in on the action for Fulton right there. Devendorf being trailed by Carr. Godleski's going to be picked. Will take Kahn. Kahn near the back line. Walks the tightrope. Kahn with inside move. Dumps off Doty. Doty tries to go with the BTB. But that one's going to find its way behind the back of the end line. Mainville with it in between the hashes. Finds its way over to LaPlante. LaPlante walks behind the crease. Finds Kahn. He's being defended by Godleski. Godleski dumps that one over to Norton. Norton to Mainville. Mainville being defended by Carr. Mainville's going to find Holiday near X. Holiday over to Kahn. Kahn picked up by Godleski. Godleski pushes Kahn to the back line. Holiday gets the pass. Galloway trying to push him out of bounds. Holiday puts his foot on the ground. Creates some space with from Galloway momentarily. Dumps that one over to LaPlante. LaPlante driving downfield. Trail check from behind. As LaPlante will pick up the ground ball and keep the Fulton offense going. Mainville's got it in between the hashes. That's Carr. Mainville picked. Actually, that one's tipped in midair by Godleski. Galloway takes it. And actually, James will get it from Galloway as the Spartans start to clear. Godleski, middle of the field. Crosses it, clears, loses it. Norton with a caused turnover. Norton in transition from Fulton. Over to Kahn. Kahn's going to find his way at GLE. Over to Holiday. Holiday. Over to Kinney. Kinney tries to get Norton. That pass a little off the mark, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Spartans cause a Fulton turnover as Amadio starts off the restart, clearing for the Spartans. That's Norton. That was Norton and Kahn checking from behind. Shirt left gets it off the ESM turnover in Fulton territory. That's a caused turnover. That's Santillo and Claflin in the mix there. But that one's going to be out of bounds and called away of Fulton. Bryant, actually, it's going to be Sherleff off the restart. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It's a 14-2 ESM lead. Metcalf Jr. gets it and Cage. He dumps it over to Barbagallo. Barbagallo on the near sideline looking to clear. Tries to tightrope. He can't. He's forced out of bounds. And it's another Fulton turnover. Welch off the restart. Near the midline. Welch trying to get around Barbagallo. He'll find himself towards GLE. Finds him Corsi. Claflin near the 40, near the far hash. Claflin being defended by the short pole. Claflin downhill. Claflin's shot's going to be wide of the cage. That was Vossler defending Claflin on that dodge. Welch. Over to Santillo. Corsi over to Santillo. Santillo takes the pick from Claflin. Santillo downhill. Santillo shot wide of the mark. But Welch back there to back up for the Spartans. Rinaldi's going to get it near X. He's being defended by Bryant on the far side at GLE. Rinaldi dumps it off to Taylor. Taylor doesn't take the pick. Taylor inside feed. Santillo with the BTB! Santillo's 5th of the day. Puts the Spartans up 15-2 here with 1:12 in the third quarter. Off the face-off, Norton. Tyler Saunders now to the face-off X. Saunders wins the face-off. He dumps it off to Claflin on the far side wing. Inside feed. That one was intended for Scott. ESM turns it over. Fulton starts heading the other way. That's Norton. Kahn being defended by Godleski near X. Over to Mainville. Mainville, middle of the hashes. Fulton getting their midfield line on. Dumps it off to Holiday. 6 seconds left here in the third. Holiday being defended by Galloway. Kinney's going to shoot. And that's going to do it, as that one's going to find its way into the stick of Luke James. So after 3 quarters of play, ESM leads 15-2 here in this first round Section 3 Class B Championship matchup. We'll be back with you with the 4th quarter action here on Spartan Sports Network.
Pick them up at 7 a.m. Or kids can ride with me.
I'm not going to want to go.
You want to do break. Or I can. It's dragged 4 hours.
All right, welcome back to Spartan Stadium. Here, beginning of the 4th quarter, Amadio on the face-off at the face-off X. As Taylor finally scoops up that ground ball in Fulton territory. Taylor trying to make a move inside, check from behind. That one's coughed off. Bryant's going to end up coughing that one off as Amadio and Taylor with Bryant, and Bryant's going to get called stepping out of bounds. It's currently a 15-2 advantage for the Spartans. It's currently Taylor. It's going to be Taylor taking possession off the restart for the Spartans. The winner of this will head to Beeville on Saturday to take on the 2-seeded Watertown Cyclones. Taylor overshoots Lavaroni. Bossler will let that one roll out of bounds, so it's an ESM turnover with about 11 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. That's going to be Devendorf off the restart. Devendorf will be defended by 2. It's going to be Welch and Claflin. Rinaldi making a play. Taylor takes a hit from Devendorf. Devendorf over to Doty. Doty actually tries to get that one to Cone. Cone can't handle the pass. Neither can Galeski off the interception. Doty recovers the ground ball. Sherlef can't handle the pass either, so it's going to be another Fulton turnover in ESM possession. Spartans will clear. Santillo gets it on the cross feed pass. Taylor inside. He tries to dump, actually Santillo inside trying to dump that one off the Rinaldi. Sherlef heads the other way. Tries to get it to Cone. Cone will get it at GLE. That's Kahn with it near the end line. Takes the screen from Doty. Doty's going to get it. He's being defended by Godleski. Doty finds a pocket. Xavier Doty's second goal of the day now makes it a 15-3 ESM lead.
Come on, Jeff.
Fulton goal at number 4, Xavier Doty. Assisted by number 2, Carson Kahn.
Saunders back to the face-off X. He's going to go up against Mainville. 8:52 remaining here in the fourth. That one's going to get pushed in the Fulton territory. Leveroni off the wing gets the ground ball. Dumps that one over to Welch. Welch finds to the back of the net for his 5th goal of the day. As it's now 16-3 Spartans. And Michael Santillo and Logan Welch has accounted for 10 out of the 16 goals by ESM today. Mainville wins the face-off this time for Fulton. Mainville gets it up top to Greeny. Greeny can't lose his possession of the pass. Saunders trying to make a play on the ground ball, and Greeny will get it into Spartan territory with 7:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Looks like we're getting a little bit of rain now currently. Kahn with it near the back line, being defended by Bonaparte. Takes the pick from, actually goes up top, over the top of the pick from Doty. Doty gets it. Actually, he tries to go high. His shot's going to be deflective. And Kinney and Holiday are there to keep possession for Fulton. That's Galway with it, defending Holiday. That's Kahn with it, Bonaparte. Kahn with a step on Bonaparte, dumps it up to Vossler. Vossler over to Kinney. Kinney tries to go to the cage, being defended by Carr. He doesn't. He'll dump it off to Doty on the near wing. Kahn. Doty with it. Being defended by Tedesco. Doty. Over to Holiday. Holiday over to Kahn. Kahn, inside feed. Vossler finds the back of the net. As it's now 16-4 ESM, as we now have officially hit under the 6-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Now in goal for the Spartans is number 26, Ethan Pickard. Gallery back to the face-off X as he goes up against Mainville. Mainville wins that face-off for Fulton. Mainville, as he heads the other way, picked up by Aldrich. Galloway over to sure left.
That's great. Tell me what's wrong with your knee. Check it.
That finds its way to GLE to Kahn. Kahn being defended by Bonaparte. Kahn looking for the feed, tries to get it inside to Doty. Out ball. Doty picks it up, and Doty goes over the top of Pickard as Doty's got his hat trick today. It's now 16-5 Spartans with 4:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Mainville heads back to the face-off X. And out comes Andrew Amadio for the Spartans. Whistles will be blown. We're going to get a holding call, and it's going to go way of Fulton. Vossler's going to get that one on the far side wing. Finds its way to Kahn, near X. and at GLE. Over to Holiday. Holiday being defended by Galway. Kahn gets it on the far wing. Kahn dodging the cage, inside feed. That one was intended for Vossler, as that one will start rolling to the 40-yard line where Kinney recovers possession. Kinney. That's deflected. But Doty's back there to keep possession on the backup. Doty dodging inside feed. Holiday finds the back of the net. It's now 16-6 as Fulton cuts the deficit down to a 6-goal lead. As Aiden Holiday gets his first goal of the day. Mainville, along with Saunders at the faceoff X. Saunders gets that one into Fulton territory where Shirt Left picks up the ground ball and starts heading the other way. Aldridge picks up Shirt Left on the far side wing, dumps it off to Holiday. Holiday gets that one to Kahn. Kahn and Holiday both at GLE. Kahn goes over the top of the Holiday pick, as we're now under 2:15 here in the fourth quarter, as it's going to be a turnover on Fulton, and Galway picks up the ground ball. So off the restart. Doty picks it off. Doty's got room. Doty gets by Pickard for his fourth goal of the day. It's now a 9-goal deficit for Fulton, as it's now 16-7. We're officially under a minute 30 here in the fourth quarter. Amadio heads to the faceoff X. Mainville tosses that one into ESM territory. Scott makes a play on the ball. Doty picks up the ground ball, gets it over to Kahn at GLE. Kahn being defended by Galway. Kahn over to Holiday. As we're now under a minute here in the fourth quarter. Holiday being pushed back by Galway. Tedesco over. Doty. Galway picks that one off, and he'll dump it to Pickard. Grease. We're under the 43-second mark here in the fourth quarter. That's Tedesco running on the near sideline. He dumps it up top to Scott. As that's going to do it. So, it's a 16-7 win for the Spartans. They will head to Baldwinsville next on Saturday as they face the 2-seeded Watertown Cyclones in the semifinal round here in the Class B sectionals. As we got a coach's statement from John McCoy, he says, considering we are facing a team we recently played in the regular season, talking about Fulton, there's comfort in being familiar with our opponent. He goes, we want to compete for a sectional title. We have great leadership from our seniors and captains. Defense has grown the most, coming off our best effort last time out against New Hartford. Now, this game was a 24-hour preparation, as they did find out last night who they were facing. This is head coach for Fulton, Aaron Kopkiski. At the time of this year, he says you have to be prepared for anything. He goes, being able to survive in advance is the name of the game at this time of the season. The key to our success started at the end of last season to prepare for this. He goes, we have grown and matured to see what it takes to make an impact against the best in the state. And that's going to do it. So it's a 16-7 win for the Spartans. ESM, like I said, will head to Baldwinsville on Saturday to face the 2-seeded Cyclones here in the Class B Section 3 championship bracket. So that will do it for lacrosse coverage here on Spartan Sports Network for the season. Stay tuned tomorrow for the track sectionals here at Spartan Stadium. So for Tanner Jace, and alongside everybody, for producer Dodger and Teeny and our fabulous crew, I'm Tanner Jace saying so long, everybody, and good night. Your final ESM 16, Fulton 7.